Hi everybody, Timmy Phenom back again. A little update on the Wife's RIG. I didn't give you much to look at before, but this is still in my let's see, that's the Cooler Master CM690 NVIDIA Edition case. It is kind of noisy because I got a really noisy fan in there. It's all up on my 22-inch Acer monitor. I got the that's the Razer Black Widow. Got the Razer Death Adder, and here's the computer. Let me pull the side off for you. NVIDIA Edition case. There's a funny little story about this motherboard. This motherboard is actually out of an Acer Aspire G7700. Acer licensed this board off of MSI. MSI's version of it is the P7N Diamond. The only difference between the two boards is that heatsink right there. On the MSI board, there's a big heatsink that comes out here, and it's all passive. This is 16x2 PCI Express. See, I have that back fan is what's making the most noise. That's the noisy one. The only downfall of this case is it's DDR2. I can't run any of my DDR3 memory in there. For what she uses this for, no, there's no complaints heard. I put my H80 in there after I switched to the H100. As far as the CPU, I can run this CPU at 3.8 gigahertz. It's the Pentium D925. Obviously it's locked, so I have to deal with the front side bus to get with it. You see these video cards, they're my old 9800 GTs. I got some Ultra double fan heat sinks and whatnot on there. Didn't help much. I gotta buy some thermal pads so I can put the stock coolers back on. I think it's just a better move. These coolers are nice and quiet, but they don't really cool it much more than the stock ones did. Those are 9800 Akimbos, by the way. TX750. That's the non-modular power supply I got with my 400R, which is right there. Give you a quick walk around. I'm switching to the Cooler Master 932 Advanced because of that. I can't put the H100 and the fans inside my case because they interfere with my memory clips and the ETX power cable on my CPU. Touched on this video. It's a little upgrade. Went with the Sabertooth 990FX. I ended up going with the FX90. I'm sorry, the 8120. Because the 8150 was 400 megahertz more for 60 or so more dollars. Two EVGA tags, those are still relevant. Those two tags need to come off. Let's see. I got 15,000 and change in 3D Mark 06, I believe it was. I still love this case. It doesn't perform the way my FX does. See, what else can I say about it? For what the wife does with it, this computer is more than enough. The only problem I'm having with it is that noisy fan, and it's that black one right there in the corner. But I'll get rid of that and get a better flowing fan. because I don't know if you can see it. With this here, this fan here, this is for the north bridge. Then you got the south bridge fan under here, which you can't see because of the cards. And then this motherboard has another heatsink that goes over this way between the two cards. That's actually the PCI Express SLI chip to control that. I don't know what they call it. I don't know enough about this board. But tucked way back there behind the A.K.A The Rad and the tank unit is the MOSFET and VRM heatsink. That's a passive heatsink. So this fan right there, there's a lot of pressure in that fan. That's an airflow design fan. I don't have a static pressure fan that would fit back there better and be a little less noisy. As soon as I find one of those, I'm going to put that back there so it'll turn a little slower to get some air through there, because it's sucking warm air, as it were, through this area here, up behind the rad and heatsink. So that's the only downfall with this, the amount of passive heat sinks on it. This also has my Seagate Barracuda RAID 0 array in here. But still, you can't, for the money I put in this case, you can't beat it. I think I bought that motherboard in a broken down Aspire G7700 for around $70 or so on eBay, not including shipping. And it's a really funny story how MSI licensed to Acer, and they had this, I think it was called a G77 Sniper. I think the G7710, G7750, went from the 775 to the i5 to the i7. I think their last board Acer license from MSI was the 1157 G4, the Z77, I believe. I'm not a huge Intel guy, so I may be wrong. But it's a wife's rig. I just wanted to update everybody on it. You see what else? Oh yeah, I told you before. That rig is going to charity. Well, not the rig, the computer case. And I'm going with the Cooler Master Half 932 Advance. That way I can get my H100 in the roof without having my fan stick outside the case. Anyway, course has been great to me. I can't complain. I'm gonna lose my Razor stickers, which really bugs the hell out of me, but what are you gonna do? Maybe I can get more. Anyway, back to matters at hand, folks. I just want to post a little note about this little rig right here, what the wife works on most of the time. Again, Pentium D 925, DDR2 memory, 9800 GTs, H80, and TX 750 power supply. It runs good, runs strong. Let's see, it was 15 and change on 3D Mark 06, so it's really not a huge, a bad machine. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you do, carry on, keep on keeping on.